Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was made, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone now. A good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 91 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for two here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating, because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And
he may try and run for this. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
17 yards. And the Ravens.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Pass incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some.
Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. He's at the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wilson will throw again. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll buy some time right. That's caught. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports.
16. Ravens, nothing.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down, Baltimore.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal.
25 yards that time. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. On the move to his left. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That spranked the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Check back 40. Check back 40. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Good.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Wilson is going to keep it on the option to hand off to Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
What's tight? Tight is what? What's tight? Tight is go. Hey, you got 3. You got 3. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Ravens 8. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. Now Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Greg Olsen was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 45. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
That's caught inside the 20.
They should have put a stand
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 53 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. A gain of 13 yards.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And now the rookie's free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
Conversion.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Here's Carson.
At the 38.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This is Carson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Now it's Carson.
at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 67 yards. This will be caught just inside the 10. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
It's 4th down and goal.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 77 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
He'll buy some time right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Steps away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Sliding out of the pocket. He lets it fly for Lockett. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Back up 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal.
Lamar is not even like that, bro.
But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal.
Hey, boy!
For a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision.
A pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Ravens 34. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Good, bro.
Tucker now to kick it away.
What time you split it? It didn't even go far.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle
offense
ready to get this drive
now,
underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw it?
Bro, move, bro. Like, I'm finna point this nigga in his head, bro. This nigga just put water in my fucking pants, bro.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Numbers.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Touchdown, Seattle.
Get up out of there!
Chris Carson, 68 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space.
You can't lie. You're doing some new plays now.
What you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Yeah, it is.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown taking it in. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering.
I'm going fucking dog line.
I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th.
42.
Hey!
The Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have.
I need a field goal.
The clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 26, check 26.
Ken, come here.
They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right.
Hey, go get it, DK! Go get it, DK! Yes, sir!
It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
I just thought another play Harrison.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly.
Yeah, what?
Into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Hey! You look like a little bitch, man. Like there's no reason you did the last time.
And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. So when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset.
I'm going to tell you how to get it back.
Speed.
And their speed sometimes.
I'm going to tell you how to get it back. I'm going to tell you how to get it.
Well, they just scored. They got the lead. And they
I'm going to tell you how to get it.
Accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Off the play fake. Wilson.
You got to choose, bitch. You got to choose, bitch.
That's more. And they're going to be set up the 15-yard
Yeah, you looking?
Now the Seahawks call the
Jay, you
second
looking?
of their 3 timeouts.
I'm like, go and get him back.
In this fourth quarter of play. On first down, it's Carson.
Oh, get it on!
For the Seattle touchdown. 15 yards. And the Seahawks. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one.
Let me tell you how to get it again.
What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken. Lane opens. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
At the Seahawks 49-yard line.
What?
throw on first down with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll take
Am I going to score again?
46-yard line.
Jackson
I got too many weapons.
intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10.
I knew you was playing that cousin, man.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep inside. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy. And now look at this. Big game on the fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
Say no.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
I think he's coming back with Daisy.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
Yeah, party cook.
It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
That's mine. It's dead. I know I need to. I'm gonna do that right now, so you can do that tonight. I said I'm gonna do that right now. So fuck this. Alright. Bro, I'm very goated. I know that nigga Smith will try hard. Mary still at your house?
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me bow, soon as I snap, hit it, shaking them out, breaking them out, talking my
Mary still at your house?
like I do, sit on the throne,
Where he at?
turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. Running the route, I leave an outline when I hit it.
I'm gonna go. He can't go. Hey, hold on, they calling me. Hold on, he calling me. Hey, hold on. Hello? My mom was calling me, bro. And then Brooks called me.
Think about it, right? You Hello.
Trey.
You don't hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, now I can. Is it no one outside?
Yeah, it's no one.
I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna take a shower.
I need to go take me one too. I'm gonna take one after the game.
needed a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's built private. I might just...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On the option is Jackson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now a give, right side. Carson, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
David Moore.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll run the screen with Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
4th down and 1.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson forced out to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
5 yards.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. Ravens have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game. What they're hoping is that last mistake.
That's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
40's mine, 40's mine. Check, 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 check. 40's mine, 40's mine. Check tight. 19. Check tight.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 59 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, Wilson on the move to his left. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. Rolling to it, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game and take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Made by Jordan Brooks. A gain of 3 on the play. First
throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 64 yards. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On 1st down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And caught left side, Olsen. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Steps away to his left. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Again, Wilson flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. Past the 20. He's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 9-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single receiver. Hey.
Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. They go play action now. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
For Baltimore.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run. 6.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26, 30, 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Here's Wilson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
Down back at the 14-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Wilson now off the bootleg, escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here we go, D. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Watch the slant. Got it. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Take over first and
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run here with Dobbins. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
he's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 6.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This is it.
And a Raven first down.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. This time Jackson will throw it. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brought down at the 4-yard
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
carry for Baltimore.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play.
And he'll get in. again. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Ravens 28. Seahawks.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Seattle Seahawks.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his right. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play. First down. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Another Seahawks.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson going to look to do it himself. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 30.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
6. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson running again. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
At the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
On first down, Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up
play action. Now Jackson.
The Seahawks 35-yard line.
Brought in left side by Snead. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
And 1 yard to go.
Here's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Seattle, so long, everybody.